Stars have come and gone over the course of Chicago Med's run, and the show's latest exit is a serious blow to a blossoming relationship. It's in the NBC procedural series' nature to feature a revolving door of cast members. It's a procedural, after all, and it has released 10 seasons and almost 200 episodes, as of the writing of this article. As a result, only 3 original Chicago Med cast members remained following the season 10 finale: Epatha Murkison as Sharon Goodwin, Oliver Platt as Dr. Daniel Charles, and Marlene Barrett as Maggie Lockwood. They have been staples in the One Chicago universe since its second spin-off debuted. Unfortunately, the show is losing one of them during the season 11 premiere. Marlene Barrett is leaving Chicago Med ahead of season 11. Barrett was an original cast member. Nick Gelfus as Will Halstead and Marlene Barrett as Maggie Lockwood in Chicago Med. NBC via Moviestills DB. Marlene Barrett, who stars as Maggie in the Chicago Med cast, is leaving the show. The news of Barrett's exit broke a little over a month before the season 11 premiere, shocking many, given that the previous finale didn't give any indication that Maggie would be saying goodbye to Gaffney Chicago Medical Center. Unfortunately, that is the case as Barrett is leaving. After Barrett exits Chicago Med, Murkison and Platt will be the last original cast members standing. However, another original star who departed during the season 8 finale is expected to return in a guest starring role in season 11, Nick Gelfus, who played Will Halstead in the One Chicago TV show. So, Maggie is out, and Will is in. Maggie and Frost's budding friendship was the best part of season 10. Darren Barnett joined the Chicago Med cast in season 10. Maggie Lockwood and John Frost in Chicago Med season 10 episode 10. Maggie has undoubtedly left her mark on Chicago Med, not only because she is one of the original cast members, but also because of her strong presence and relationships on the NBC show. One of those relationships includes Maggie's budding friendship with Darren Barnett's John Frost. Barnett joined the Chicago Med cast in season 10, and his character immediately connected with Maggie. At first, some viewers thought Chicago Med would go down the romance route with Maggie and Frost. However, it's clear that they are only friends, which is a refreshing change of pace and suits them. If anything, Maggie and Frost's relationship resembles a sibling dynamic. It would be strange if the procedural drama's writers were ever to make them a couple. Of course, that won't happen because the Chicago Med original star is shockingly exiting the series, which is a major blow to Maggie and Frost's friendship. Their dynamic was arguably one of the best parts of season 10. It was exciting and new, and it allowed Maggie to further grow as a character, even though she had been on the show for 10 years. Maggie was good for Frost, too. He was the new doctor in the ER, and he struggled to hide his past from his new colleagues. Frost soon opened up to Maggie, though, and the two Chicago Med characters grew close. Now, Maggie won't be around to be someone that Frost could confide in. He's bound to struggle in season 11 as a result. Maggie can still return to Chicago Med. Barrett's exit is reportedly temporary. Maggie sitting in a chair and looking smug in Chicago Med. On the bright side, it sounds like Chicago Med's producers expect Barrett's exit to be temporary. According to Deadline, her departure is being described as a temporary leave, and the hope is to have her back sometime in the future. Although that's not a lot of information to go off of, it's still a good sign for Maggie's future in the show. It's unclear why Maggie will say goodbye to her friends at Gaffney Chicago Medical Center and how it will leave the door open for her possible return. Given the information above, though, the audience can rest assured that the One Chicago franchise won't kill off Maggie during the season 11 premiere. She will likely either quit or take a temporary leave. Meanwhile, the timeline of Barrett's return is up in the air. The actress could reprise her role as Maggie as soon as later on in season 11, or she could return in season 12, when NBC renews it. Only time will tell how Maggie's storyline plays out. However, if Barrett comes back, this is great news for her character's relationship with Frost. Maggie's return would allow her and Frost to resume their budding friendship that began in Chicago Med season 10. Perhaps Frost might find someone else to lean on in her absence. But their connection was unique and could withstand time apart. Whatever the case, it will be devastating to see Maggie go. She has been the heart of Gaffney's ER since the beginning, and it will be difficult to find someone to replace her. As such, Barrett will hopefully return to Chicago Med sooner rather than later, and Maggie and Frost's friendship can continue growing.